Box with a square base has a volume of 11,025 centimeters cubed and a height of 25 centimeters. So the volume of this box is that. Each side of the base is x centimeters. X. Write down the expression in terms of x for the volume of the box. So the box's volume is length times width times height, which is x times 25. Okay, so that is the expression in terms of x for the volume of the box, 25x squared. And then it says, write down an equation in x. And so in this case, we know that 25x squared is the volume, and we also know that the volume is 11,025. So we could solve for x, which would be the answer in C. So we're going to divide 11,025 by 25. And we get 441. And then we take the square root, and we find that x is 21. And that's the end. Here is a review of some volume formulas for cylinder, pi r squared times h. Okay, that makes sense. It's a prism, so you just find the area of the cross section, pi r squared, and you multiply it times the length, which is h. Volume of a pyramid is 1/3 of the area of the base, okay, times the vertical height. Okay. Volume of a cone is 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. And volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay. So with those formulas, we're going to solve these volume problems here. So here we have a cylinder, and it has a radius of 34 millimeters. And it has a height of 65 millimeters. So remember, for a cylinder, the volume equation is pi r squared times height. So it would be pi times 34 squared times the height, which is 65, not 68, 65. Okay, so it would be 34 squared times 65, 75, 140, pi. 75, 140, pi. Okay. What about B? It's a sphere that has a diameter of 1 centimeter. So what's the radius of the sphere? It's 0.5 centimeters. Okay, and what is the volume of a sphere? It's 4/3 pi r cubed. 4/3 pi, and r is 0.5 cubed. Okay, so 0.5 cubed is 0.125 times 4/3 is 0.167 times pi. Okay, you can multiply out pi too by substituting 3.14. C, you got a cone, and the radius is 2.5, and the height is 5. So remember, the volume of a cone is 1/3 pi r squared times height. Okay, so the radius is 2.5 squared, and the height is 5. And let's see, 2.5 times 2.5 times 5 divided by 3 is 10.4 pi. Okay. What about D? D is also a cone. What's the radius of the cone? It's half of 12, which is 6. The height is 30. So we're going to have pi r 1/3 pi r squared times the height. So that would be 1/3 times pi, r is 6, squared times the height, which is 30. So that would be 36 times 30 divided by 3 is 360 pi. Okay, centimeters cubed. That is D. What about E? E would be a hemisphere with radius of 2.5. So it would be the volume of a sphere, which is 4/3 pi r cubed. We have that right here. Except we are going to put in an R value of 2.5. And we are also going to divide by 2 because it's a hemisphere, not a sphere. So we're going to get 4 divided by 3 times 2.5 cubed divided by 2. And we're going to get 10.4. That looks familiar. 10.4 pi. What about F? F is a pyramid. The base of the pyramid is 2 decimeters times 3 decimeters. So the base of the pyramid would be 6 decimeters squared. And then the height is going to be 4 decimeters, okay? And so remember, the volume of a pyramid is 1/3 base, 1/3 times the base times the height, which is 4. So that gives us 8 decimeters cubed. Okay? And that's it for page 7.